So I've got these mini chocolate rolls that I've just been snacking on. And I thought, do you know what? Let's just make them look a little bit more interesting. And add some more sugar and do them like Bluey and Bingo themed. So I had a little look on their website to look at all the different characters. Now I'm looking for ones that are kind of similar in shape because they need to be a similar shape to the Swiss roll to make my life a little bit easier. Look at Buddy there, he's so cute. So yeah, my Swiss rolls are a bit wonky, but let's have a go at a few of these guys. I'm thinking it's not going to take me too long. I wanted something quick and easy. Oh, the gnomes, maybe I should make a gnome. And the grannies, that's my favorite episode, I think. Okay, so let's get these out and let's just have a look at sizing. I know, I actually spent my time going through them and looking at which one was the fattest and thinnest so I could try and make them match the characters. So I'm going to start with a grey colour one. See if you can guess who I'm making that is in grey. Now, I haven't watched all the Bluey episodes, I'll be honest. I don't have children, but yeah, I still have seen a few of them. Probably more than I should just as an adult without kids. But yeah, we're going to cover the Swiss rolls in a thin layer of fondant, or you might know it as sugar paste. I'm going to go for a different colour for each different dog that I'm doing. Well, obviously, like the colour will match the character. If there's anywhere they've got kind of creases in them, put them in at this stage before it has too much chance to firm up. So that last one was Buddy, I think, if that's right. See if you can guess who all the others are just by the colour. So once you've coloured it in like the whole main colour, we can then start working on like their features. So this one, we're going to work on the eyebrows. Now, usually I do a lot of work in modelling paste because it's firm and nice and easy to work with. But because these are going on little Swiss rolls, I don't want too much icing. I don't want it to be too firm. We're going to just use the fondant and sugar paste. It just means it's a bit soft and quite sticky when I'm doing all this. So I've added the features, and because they're cartoony, they have like these outside outlines all the way around. So I thought it would be a great idea to kind of roll them on and roll them really thinly and stick them on in like the fondant. Okay, so let's add our nose. This actually took me longer than I thought it was gonna, especially just creating slightly different colors for each part of the dog. And yeah, they're fairly simple, aren't they, in design? Guess how long it took me to make one. In fact, did I make 8 in total? I made 8 of these in total, guys. So see if you can guess how long it took me to make 8 of them. I genuinely thought it was going to take me a couple of hours, and I can tell you it was way, way more than that. So the tricky bits with the arms, I was starting to think that maybe I should have just done them with like basically whatever was on the torso, but that didn't stick out. I guess everything is kind of on their torso. So like, I don't know, like just their face and ears, but without arms and legs. But anyway, the first one has got little arms and now it's got a tail. Just making sure I put the different bits on. Can you tell who it is yet? This is one of the terriers. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know the names of each of the terriers individually. Are they known as a collective? Just the terriers. If anybody knows the name of them individually, let me know in the comments below. So let's see if we can get some little legs to stick on. Like I say, these are very soft and squishy, and because they're so small and thin, there's not a lot of space for them to kind of cling onto the body with. But I don't want to add anything internally. Like sometimes if I'm making a figurine, like for a cake topper, I might put something like a wooden kebab skewer, something that would be used in food, but you wouldn't eat inside it to hold it on. But with this, because it's just a mini Swiss roll, I don't want anything that's not edible on there, right? Because I want you to be able to just bite it without having to remove anything. But there we go. We've added some ears as well, keeping them fairly triangular shape. And we'll see in a minute if those legs have stayed on in place. Now I'm going to do a few characters. Do you guys have a favorite Bluey character? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know that I have a favorite. Well, I didn't until I started making these. See if you can guess throughout the video which is my favorite one of the characters that I've made throughout this. So this isn't the first time that I've made a Bluey cake. I've actually made 2. This is kind of similar to the first one I did, which was a giant, or maybe not giant, but it wasn't a mini Swiss roll like these ones are. Again, it was just a supermarket one that I bought, and I decorated it even as Bluey herself. I really liked that one. That actually was quicker than these mini ones. So I'll see if I can put a link below the video for you guys so you can click on that if you want. That is a really nice, easy one to do. Okay, so there was the terrier all done and finished. I think the outer lines made such a big difference. Okay, so the next one. So the difference with this next dog, which I think is Indy. Let me know in the comments below if I get her name right or not. It's the noses. So I won't show you like every single one from start to finish, but where they've got kind of different features, well, I mean, I guess they have the same in that they've got eyes and noses, but they have like slightly different shapes, or they have like different patches of color on. So if they've got like a different patch of color, I've rolled it like really thin and just put another layer on in like the relevant color. She seems to have like long hair. Is she an Afghan hound? Is that what she is, this one? Anyway, I thought this one would be nice to do because she looks so different to the other one. But actually, she took me a little while to finish because of all the different parts to put on this one. And I think the eyes are the most important bit. They are fairly simple shape-wise. I'm not sure if I got them quite right on this, but like I say, when the outer lines or the kind of cartoon edges, outlines around, I forget words, it does look a lot better than, at this stage. There were some dogs that I wanted to do, but that I couldn't because like the shapes of like the heads and stuff didn't really fit very well with these Swiss rolls. The sausage dog, I can't remember the name of the sausage dog. Let me know, guys, what the sausage dog is called in this cartoon, because I kind of wanted to make him, but his head just did not fit with a Swiss roll. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about the other Bluey cake, or Bluey themed. So the other one that I did was a scene from the Hammer Barn, and there's no Swiss rolls involved in that one. We made a cake and we stood it upright. And I actually did a lot of painting work on there. In fact, that one featured the gnomes, because I have watched the episode with the gnomes. I thought that was really cool, and that's why I wanted to turn that one into cake. Again, I'll put a link below for that one for you guys. Now, the one I'm doing now, Indy, I don't know if you can tell or not, but her legs look very soft. And that's because I actually swapped to a modeling chocolate for covering like her body and her arms in, because I thought it would taste nicer than just using fondant. It did mean that I could blend it together, so I could blend her legs into her body a little bit easier. The only problem is it was very warm, so they were melting a little bit. Okay, so another one of my kind of favorite looking characters is the owl. And I was going to call it Chatter something. Chatter Max. It's Chatter Max, isn't it, this one? Again, I thought this would be quick and easy, but it turned out just making all these little feather bits that go around its eyes, they just took me a little bit longer than I thought they would. So I tried to get all the colors ready just in fondant, which makes it difficult when you're doing thin things in fondant. Like modeling paste would be better because it would be a little bit firmer. So I cut lots of ovals out in different colors, and then kind of cut the edges off the ovals so I could put them on top of another color for all the feathers. And then the eyes, I don't know if I got the eyes quite right, but do you know what, guys? I think this would be fun to do with kids. I almost invited my niece around to see if she wanted to have a go at it with me, because I thought it would be a lot of fun for her to have a go at during the school holidays. However, it just started taking me too long, and I thought if I had her with me, it might actually take me a little bit longer. But I think if you guys have kids at home, it would be fun to do this with them. So for the outer part of the owl's feathers, I was going to say ears, but feathers, I decided it was quicker to just use an edible food color and kind of paint that on instead of cutting out thin bits of fondant. And then let's make the owl some little wings, trying to keep them basic shapes. You want to keep them fairly small. This one's got quite a bit of extra icing on because of all those feathers on the eyes. So, if you don't like fondant on your Swiss rolls, probably don't have a go at this little project, but I don't mind a little bit of it. Okay, so the next one is Dusty. I think it's Dusty. Is Dusty brothers or sisters? I don't know if Dusty's a boy or a girl, so I apologize, guys. Let me know below. Like I said, I haven't watched every episode, and I've not watched an episode with Dusty in. But yeah, are they the sibling of Rusty, is it? I don't know. There we go. I'm not sure I got that one quite as neat as the other ones. And this one now was actually my favorite one to do. I wasn't looking forward to this one because I thought it looked like it had a lot more work on, because I've had to roll these thin pieces of black and kind of cut them to shape and stick them on. But actually, I think the black and white ones kind of looked really nice. They looked cleaner and a little bit neater than the other dogs that I made, or the other characters that I made. So for some of the detailing on this one, I've actually used a little kind of flower petal cutter, a little bit under the chin. But the way I did the mouth and the nose is still the same way as I did on like the first few dogs that you saw in the beginning of the video, with just ovals for the eyes, same for the ears. And then again, just adding the arms and the outlines. Then the next one, because I didn't want to miss out doing Bingo, is Bingo. So I started with Bingo in exactly the same way as I did with the other dogs, kind of adding the coloured patches, her eyes, her nose. And then I wanted to cut a couple of little triangles for her ears, sticking them on there. We need a thinner piece of like a lighter colour for the inside smaller triangle. There we go. Couldn't decide what position to kind of do Bingo in. And then I decided, you know what, let's remove those ears and let's turn it into the granny. Is it Granny Rita? And then, of course, you did see me do the body earlier for this one. Buddy, the pug. I think Buddy's a pug. He just has his little tongue stuck out, making him a little bit different. And then I think this was the last one that I had a go at. I'm hoping you can see it because it's white. It's sometimes a little bit harder to see on camera. This one is it Leela? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. But there we go. She looked great with the outlines around. So here's a quick look at them all together, made from those little Swiss rolls, those little chocolate rolls. But of course, you could do them in bigger sizes as well. Mackenzie was definitely my favourite one to make. Which was yours?